Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to Molly-Moe's YouTube channel. I am Molly-Moe. So in today's video guys, I am going to talk about it's more like a movement that is happening in Zimbabwe. A lot of people are moving back to Zimbabwe, going back to Zimbabwe, relocating back to Zimbabwe or relocating to Africa. And there are many questions being asked by people like, why are people going back to Africa? Why are people going back to Zimbabwe? Even my family and I, we are preparing to go back to Zimbabwe, right? And all those questions people ask, for me, I think the main reason is why did the people leave in the first place? Why did you go to the UK in the first place? Why did the person, like for us, why did we come to China in the first place? Some other time I remember I was talking to somebody who is also in China, telling them, we are preparing to go back home. And they were like, you want to go to Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe, there is no running water. So my question is, if I left Zimbabwe because there is no running water in Zimbabwe and I solved that solution, like maybe I now have a borehole, then why should I be staying in diaspora more if I have the water? There are no taps. My gates where would you go back to Zimbabwe? I now have a 10 kV solar system. So why should I still be staying in a foreign land? They'll speed because I'm walking past them. They are saying, hey, because you are black, but I take a bath every day. I put on some deodorant, and even you bath occasionally, but you are saying good in don't know. So I would go home. Dane shower and dane a power problem that I got. So why should I be staying here more? Then I realized a lot of people who were going to the UK were saying, so there are also people who who relocated because they wanted to have a better future for their children. And now their kids have all graduated at the university. Their last born is now 25 years old. They have graduated. So why should they still be staying in the diaspora? So now they want to go back home where they belong. And the parents are now retiring. They have to go home and take a rest. And some people went abroad just for school. Just for school. You have gone to do your studies. I was waiting, thinking, good, my bus is gonna be coming. But if I continue staying, waiting at the bus stop near my house, I might end up being late because it's only one bus that passes by here. So I'm going to the main bus, to the main road. So I'm saying the reason why you left. If you have accomplished, you have gone to school, you have finished your studies, you have graduated. So now you go back home and look for a job or venture into some kind of business because you have finished your studies. And others might have gone to explore, just see then you get there, you see the weather in UK, it's always gloomy, the winter is so cold, you are always depressed, you are not happy, your mental health is suffering. And the best place for you is to go back home, whether you have something, you have money or not, you are putting your health first. So you have gone to see to weigh the chances. Let me go and see. I even see people or couples whereby they say, my wife go. See, if it works for you, then I'll follow. Or the husband will go, then the wife will follow, then the kids will follow. But there are also situations whereby the other spouse goes, then they see, this place is not good for the kids. Let me go back home, or let us look for another place that is not this one. Why maybe because you no longer want to be in Zimbabwe, you want to relocate. And I also have a lot of people who are like, why would you leave a beautiful country like China? They have everything, the technology, you can order anything that you want, you receive it at your doorstep. Guys, for us here in China, we are never at home. We never feel at home, and they never want us to feel at home. Every time I step out of my apartment, I am reminded that I am a foreigner. I am foreign. This is not my home. They, you know, even at my workplace, they know my name. I've been there for 8 years, but I'm still called foreign teacher. Oh, it's the foreign teacher's class. The foreign teacher is here. But everybody else is addressed by their names. Susan is here. Jerry is here. Leah is here. But me, the foreign teacher, the parents are always like, the foreign teacher is coming. It's now time for the foreign teacher's class. Why can't you just say it's time for Molly's class? I'm Molly. You know my name. I'm Molly. Just address me by my name. So every day I go to work, I'm reminded I'm a foreigner. Foreigner is my name at work. So why should I stay here forever? And here in China, it's also different. We only get 1-year visas. We got 2-year visas some other time, but it was just once. Why? Because in China, they have inconsistency of policies. You know what, chinja. Today you are doing this. The next time you go back to my visa, it's totally different. And yeah, that's it. You get 1-year visa. So like right now, I am already started counting in my contract. Oh, I've used 3 months, I've used 4 months, so I'm left with 10 months, I'm left with 12 months. No, I'm not left with 12 months. I'm always counting down. And you don't know whether you are gonna get another visa next year because the policy can change. So you're like, okay. And for other people, you stay 5 years, you are getting your green cards, you are getting your permanent residence. Here in China, it's totally different. Some people can beg to differ, saying, Mnom China, isusu permanent residence. I have realized that different cities, different policies in China. In the city where I live in, this is what happens. I talk of things that I know, not things that I don't know of, right? And it's totally difficult. It's becoming more and more difficult. When I look at things, foreigners everywhere around the world are saying things are getting more and more difficult than before. Finding jobs becoming more difficult. The policies becoming more difficult. The ways to change, getting new visas, getting residence permits, getting permanent residence, getting green cards, getting whatever is becoming more and more difficult. We see a lot of local people in different countries protesting about foreigners. So I think it's good for us, guys. Let's prepare to go back home. Even if your heart is there, even if you feel like, I found the place, I belong here. When we go back home. I know we are all different. We like different things. We are in different countries. We have gone to those countries for different reasons. And those different reasons are the push factors for us to go back home. But if you have moved to go and stay in the USA, in UK, in Australia, in wherever, forever, things can change. As you look at the international news, you will see that things are changing and we need to wake up and we need to do something. You don't want to wake up one day being told, no, you are Zimbabwean, you are African descent, go back to your country, go back to your continent, and you will be at the airport saying, I don't even know my relatives, I've lost contact, I don't have anywhere to start. Guys, and this is someone say, but let's just see, guys, let's wake up and see. Okay, so my bus is here. Here's the bus. I'm going to work so that I can relocate back to Zimbabwe as soon as possible. And in my reasons, we're not to stay here forever. So when I was on the bus, I was thinking about what I was being filming. Then I was like, okay, we always ask each other, why are you going back to Zimbabwe? Why are you relocating back to Africa? But guys, kuZimbabwe kuno rumor, but ngatimbotaura pafeya tomboti zvinhu zvakaoma, but kuno rumor handiti ndikokumba. That's where we were born, that's where we grew up. And guys, those people who have stayed in the diaspora for a long time, I think you should buy tickets to go back home. Buy your round ticket, go home. Musashika mchimanya manya. Shikai makagadzikanya at least for a month. Go and see. And I kuna Samora gaga munono. Unotsikwa ne GD6 ukangopinda pinda mna Samora meme yazvedzi. Unotsikwa ne Prado, unotsikwa ne Fortuna. Walk around, even peri-urban, even mu-urban, and see beautiful places that people are buying, beautiful places people are building. And for your own information, if you think all those things belongs to people who are in the diaspora, you are dreaming. People in Zimbabwe are making money. Life in Zimbabwe, musazogare kunzoko telling each other, oh, life in Zimbabwe is so difficult. Zimbabwe people who are tamburaring are you and your relatives. Musazondituke comment section, but people are doing what they are doing. And sometimes the reasons why we move to foreign countries, you are just moving urungochinja kwekutamburira. Waimbotamburira uri kubudiriro, wakwenda unotamburira uri kumaravastad, o wakwenda unotamburira uri kujingman, o wakwenda unotamburira kuOxford. So sometimes zviri nani zvako kutotambura kana uchiwirira nawo nabhudhi vako nasisi vako namai yako mutamburira pamwe chete than kuti kuOxford kwekuti kana kuti ukarwara, mwana akarwara, you'll be in hospital, you'll be admitted, and no one will come during the visiting hour to see you. Because as for like here in China, friends, my friends angu achauya. My Chinese are not friendship, so it's you. Kana muri married, it's you and your spouse. Then you can chigara city, big city where there are many people, they might come, but we all need each other. We are social beings, and social beings, you know what being social beings means. As humans, we are social beings, we need others. So being back in Zimbabwe, of course it's difficult when you don't have money, but sometimes like I said, when we go back home, if you afford buying your food, if you afford paying your rent, or you have a house, you don't need to pay rent, your kids go to school, you pay their fees, and you eat really decent. Sometimes there's no reason for you to go abroad, and you can even afford to save maybe 300, 400. My husband was talking to somebody. I showed him that, do you know in the diaspora some people can not even save $50 a month, $100 a month, $300 a month. It's very difficult after paying all the bills, paying and they will be left with nothing. And when people who are in Zimbabwe viewers, they just think, you are in the diaspora, you have the money. And when you don't have anything, you are not buying a stand, you are not building, you don't have a car, you are not sending a lot of money to your relatives back home, then people will be like, nothing will be happening. So yeah, going back home might be a better option for somebody. If your mom and dad have a house, your former bedroom that you used to live in, go and stay there. It will be a better option, honestly speaking, because as for me, I'm tired. I'm just tired of being a foreigner. Like I told you, I'm a foreigner every day. I'm told I'm a foreigner, and I don't have friends, and I hate winter with my heart, my mind, my soul, my blood, my bone marrow. I hate winter, and right now it's starting to get cold, and I'm going to be wearing a jersey. This one is just a light jacket, track suit, but I'm going to be, I'm not gonna wear a t-shirt in the next 8 months. I'll be wearing a jersey, I'll be wearing a sweater, I'm gonna be wearing a coat, and I'll be depressed and my soul will be so down. I'll be like, I wish I would have been in Zimbabwe where the climate is good, where the winter is just 2 months and is not that bad. So let's go back to Africa. So for me, I would say, let's not discourage each other. When somebody says, I want to move back to my country, listen to them. Put yourself in their shoes and try to be supportive and try to understand. Then if somebody says, Arimu Zimbabwe, you are all Zimbabweans, and they say, I want to relocate to another country, also listen to them. Give them, if you are the one who also wants to relocate to another country, do your research. Is it viable? When I came to China, I don't want to lie, I didn't do any research. And I had to find out a lot of things on my own, and I thank God I managed to find people who helped me. Wonderful mahara nema agents. I can say a lot here, but yeah, it's a story for another day. Do your research before you move, do your research before you go anywhere, and see good is name sorry. Sometimes when you can manage to save $300 in Zimbabwe, there's no reason for you to go to another country. Maybe, let's say maybe to Dubai. I don't want to go to Dubai, and the job market, everything is a little bit different and difficult at some time. So sometimes do your research before moving, so that you avoid cases of trying to have relatives back home. Those people will be the ones who will be buying a return ticket for you to come back to Zimbabwe. Then we have those people because another Zimbabwe cheese. Amy, cheese. There is cheese in Zimbabwe. You didn't have money to buy cheese in Zimbabwe, and people are buying cheese in Zimbabwe. So maybe if you went to the diaspora to eat cheese, it's fine. You can stay in the diaspora. But for others, before going to wherever they were, they ate cheese. So I mean, or maybe they didn't eat it, but I saw that video and I was like, what? Hey, Zimbabwe, kakusina cheese. Hey, Amy. So it's not that diaspora zvakasiyana pamwe. This was unogarako cheese yacho, but Zimbabwe there is cheese. And I actually feel Papa Kurira to music copyrights. I actually feel good to make products. Any products in Zimbabwe actually tastes much better than the whole diaspora. When I eat milk products here, the milk, the cheese, the yogurt, ndinoita mudumbu. Mudumangu. Hi. Mudumangu munogara mchingori. She likes me at the supermarket. Mudumangu munorira. But when I go home to Zimbabwe, I eat that raw milk from Coca-Cola, anything, milk, chimombe, cheese, yogurt. I don't have such problems. So I'd rather go and eat organic, real thing. My veggie 2 days. I know what I'm feeling.